Let us get the show on the road. I'm not going to keep you guys waiting. When I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. Hello, Shimei. How are you? Dreama, Coltrane. Yeah, crazy weather patterns, right? Winter, yeah, I'm ready for winter, Norma. What's up, everybody? I fell into that burning ring of fire. Down, 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 burn, burn, burn. That ring of fire. Dixie babe, haven't seen you in a hot minute. How are you doing, honey? What's up? What's up? We got Gone with the Kale, Tattoo Crazy, Jennifer P, Kimmy, Linda, Dixie babe in a hot minute. Jennifer M. Cutie Pie, what's up, Cyanide? How you doing tonight, baby doll? And we got Queenie, the one and only Smelly Cat in the chat. Crazy Cat Lady, I love that. I don't really know a Crazy Cat Lady, right? I mean, you just either love cats or you don't, right? Hey, Robert, how you doing? Yeah, Ring of Fire. Glad you got your tell. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna laugh and say, are we live? What the hell? Oh, it's cold here. I fell into that burning ring of fire. Hey, Maddie from Brockville, Ontario. Johnny Cash today. June Carter Cash died. Right off the wrench. How you doing, babe? Right, and there we go. I've just been goofing around a little bit, guys, and good evening to you. Happy Saturday night. I hope everybody's doing good out there. It was a pretty good day today. I haven't had a chance. I just got them. I haven't. Look at this cute jumper that Sharon sent me here. I think that's going to be really cute. I gotta be kind of, and there's a couple reasons. I'm not going to take this on this trip. This might be a disaster waiting to happen with as much of a slob as I am. with, yeah, Kev TV. We're going down on. We're heading down on Friday. As much as a slob as I am, and I want to be kind of a little demure in Mexico, kind of a little laid back. I kind of judge things down there, but how about this cold, man? It's like, I don't even know what the temperature is now. I mean, it's nice when the sun's shining. If it comes about 4 o'clock, I got the doors open, watching epic history thing or doing Ooh, Saturday night in Santa Rosa, right? And all of a sudden, I'm cold, man. I go, it's like 64 degrees. A half hour later, it's like 59 degrees. So be safe out there. Yeah, yeah. Thumbs up are most appreciated, everybody. And yeah, I'm excited for my trip, but I'm packing for chilly weather. Um, you can generally expect the California coast till maybe you get down to maybe around Oxnard, someplace like that, down around Vandenberg Air Force Base. It's going to be a chilly trip, so I'm taking plenty of sweatshirts, jeans, and things like that. Might be a different story, but even the temperatures for Ensenada are only forecast to be in the low 70s when we get down there, but we shall see. I can't have good t-shirts, anything. I'm a slob spill. Yeah, I am too, Queenie. I got to be careful. Craig says it's cold here too. Ridiculous. It was warm this now. I mean, I know you need this hooded sweatshirt. Exactly. I'm new to your content. Saw you when I was looking up Slab City. Well, thank you, Jackie. How sweet of you. You were looking up Slab City content. And that was quite a. I don't know. I didn't think people would be that excited about that content, but that's turned out to be a very watched series because of some very fascinating people. Let's face it. Slab City's different lifestyles, so you can freeze your ass. Oh yeah. A couple times I've brought visitors. We've been up here on the rancho, Bo, and it's like 97 degrees, right? And it's hot. Okay, this is wine country, hot days and cool nights. Hey, let's go down. I'd like to see the Golden Gate Bridge. I'd like to see a little bit of San Francisco. I'm like, man, you've got to take a sweatshirt. Well, bullshit, man. It's 97 degrees here. What have you been smoking? Get off the crack pipe. Okay, suit yourself. Wear your t-shirt out there. Man, we get up on that Golden Gate. we, we get up on that Golden Gate Bridge. It's windy and it's like 61 degrees and the wind chill's like in the low 40s. You're like, what's wrong, bro? You're not cold, are you? Good evening, Alicia. How are you? I mean, it's thanks, Jessica. I got the old dual on tonight. I'm saving the new one for the trip. Yeah, it's what was it? Mark Twain said the coldest winter day I ever spent was a summer day in San Francisco, and it's it rarely gets out of the 70s on the hottest days down there. May through October is the rainy season down in Mexico. Sherry, thank you. I'm not seeing much of a forecast of rain. We've been incredibly dry. Out here. And I would expect at the beginning, continue. If you're getting a buffering, just refresh your connection. It's got something to do with Streamlabs. I don't know. How you doing, Jody? Good to see you. Thank you, Glamorous Angel. This is the Rancho. In a couple weeks, I'm going to have a special. 10 years on the Rancho. What the Rancho looked like when I first got here, and how it brought some people to tears when they saw that I'm going to have a video about gutting and renovating the Rancho, taking it all the way down to the studs and things, and then a video on gutting and renovating the Shine Shack. They're old videos, but we're going to combine them into one 10-year celebration of being on the Rancho here. Let's see your outfit today. Just got a lot of my stuff. I know I'm sticking out like crazy out front, but I got my drawers on. I got a lot of stuff in the wash. Oh, you can pick me up. I'm leaving town. Yeah, it's hard to believe 10 years have gone by. How you doing, Hank? There was no YouTube back then. I mean, there was YouTube, but I was a watcher of YouTube. I wasn't a YouTube creator, right? And had at least a temporary breakup of family and things like that, and a pretty damn bitter period during that time. And then, thank God I discovered YouTube. Thank God I had friends like the boss and Janet and Bobby to roll with me in those kind of prehistoric days in my wonderful Malamute Shepherd mixed dog, Wolfie, right? There wasn't any Missy Jen, there wasn't any Cyanide Cupcakes, Jen, Cheryl's, there was no Nicole's, there wasn't anybody. You know, it was Kitchen Stadium will make a it will make a comeback. You know, Gone with the Kale. I'd like to be 10 years younger too. I look back at um, you know, when I was just using a flip phone, Samsung flip phone, and a first generation Apple iPad to try to take pictures. Back then, it was unbelievable. Oh well, thank you, thank you. We're all going wild when this thing ends. Don't tease me with a good time, man. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, wear my bra on the inside of the boobs. How you doing, Keith Gregory? Good to see you. Pride of the U.S. Navy retired. I came in during the van build. Boy, you came in like a storm, didn't you? And I'm glad to have made so many friends, because friends really make the difference in what can otherwise. You know, I don't always, and I'm not going to get wistful tonight, and I'm not going to, you know, drag things down. But you know, I kind of roll over it these days because I've lived it so long. But being transgendered has its own set of issues as a big overlay on living your life, as you can imagine. You're feeling your way forward where you know you need to be, and it can be difficult. It can make the I don't often show the you know, the blows and the sad side of life, as many of you don't either, but you live it. Um, you know, you know, it was a time in 2011 of trauma and upheaval. We had just hit the low point. Of course, you didn't know at the time. We hit the absolute. I was lucky. I hit the absolute low point of the real estate meltdown in 2008. Was finally um, bottoming out, right? And just, I've always been a very sociable person, and kind of being on my own was a shock to the system and everything. So, no, I'm not having the surgery. No, I'm very happy the way I am. Thank you, Alicia. So, how you doing, Toodles? But as some of the videos will come, you know, it was a time of extreme distress, stress, and sadness. So you do what anybody does a lot of times in face of those situations. You throw yourself into work. And I just took a hold of this place and just gutted it, ripped out tons of sheetrock, and fixed tons of termite problems, ripped out all the plumbing, put all new plumbing in, all new electrical, can lights, new flooring. Just went for it. You know, put up walls, took down walls where there were walls before, and I just went for it in a major, major way. So, well, thank you, Jessica. How much of a difference you made for all your voice on all sides. You know, Brenda, that's a nice thing to say, and I think that that's the greatest compliment. That's of the many years that I've been on YouTube, and this begins year 8. It has saddened me a lot to have to remove 5,000 videos. You know, virtually every morning chooch for years, we're talking thousands of them, had to be removed. Music and copyright issue. We got crazy companies in India that are trying to claim songs. I mean, the copyright world is going crazy on YouTube right now. So it's with this lot of sadness that you know, you're deleting some of the archives of your life, and it's a really, really sad thing. But you know what's that's over now, and you know what the really great thing is? Yeah, I might not be remonetized to August, but you know, I still truck on because I have fun here. And I got letters, like I got tonight an email from a gal that also has a couple sisters, and how she introduced her sisters to me, and what a difference it makes in their lives to come on and know almost to a day that they're going to log in and find at least something that's going to put a smile on their face in the morning. And think of the horrors that we've been through, with this pandemic. And it could be easy to just retreat into your shell and say the hell with it, just log out of YouTube and I'll see you guys when crap gets better. But I did feel like I kind of, you don't want to say, oh, but I felt like there had to be some offsetting humor, good times, and travel during that period. For those of you who had enough sense not to travel and things like that, yeah, I do walk a lot. So walk a lot, exercise, just staying incredibly busy. Hey, monkey boy, I just took them down. I just deleted them. It's fine. It's just it. Are you? The question I asked myself was, Rosie, are you more in the present, or do you want to be in the past? And my answer, of course, is always in the present. There's still 6,000 video. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I still have the fully monetized channel and the Rosie Murphy channel, but I don't go chasing the dollar to, it's just everything to me has to be comfortable and it has to be a good fit. Let it go. How you doing, babe? See such a change. Well, thank you, Jackie. You're so sweet. Flip phones and all that. Exactly. How you doing, Amanda? Hey, Triggered Unicorn, what's going on? Yeah, just say frig the past. We can't go back in time, but it is fun to go back. And I would encourage all you guys to hit some of those early playlists. My birthday trip to Reno in 2013 with the boss and Janet, pretty damn funny. The Reno zombie crawls, the day trips with Bobby, the many trips with Missy Jan and stuff like that. I mean, all that stuff is still very much there. You helped me tremendously. So the wonderful side chat. I think it's been a good brew. How you doing, Molly? Good to see you. Hey, Brian from the Bronx. Good to see you. Yeah, someone, Princess says, I love how you're such a positive, upbeat. I've always been kind of a people person. Hey, Vicky, baby, how you doing? It's not my nature to be downbeat, but pull me out of the mainstream for a while, and yeah, it gets, it gets a little. You can get a little blue. We all do, but is that what people tune in to see on YouTube? On occasion, because it shows you that there are bumps in the road. But by and large, no matter what's going on in these last 7+ years, on every single day almost without fail, we have always found something to laugh about and something to amuse ourselves with on here. Yep, remember the little Nokia phones? I still have my Samsung flip phone. Yeah. Yeah, Shiloh Rose does have a beautiful day. Yeah, Em says Rosie loves all the rarity on the twos. Well, not exactly everybody. I have my few fans on the dark side, but I think um, some periods have been worse than others. But I think people begin to judge you over the very long haul. As I said in the beginning, you can fake it for a day. You can fake it for a week. Maybe you can fake it for a month. Maybe you want to. Maybe you're one of the few people that can fake it for a year. But you can't fake something for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. The true you shines through, and I'm very happy. And I think that's gone a long way to making things pretty good on the channel. To the fact that with my moderators, we've put together a pretty nice chat here, and I think they're one that we can really enjoy. When I'm sleeping, you get kids being loud. I got kids being loud all over. Yeah, mutual commiserations are not. I got kids rolling down the alleys on big wheels at 5:30 in the morning. That beautiful hard plastic on asphalt that you loved here. What is doing that pandemic? You pulled me out of a deep hole. There was That's the thing that I appreciate most, Craig. When a person like Shimei comes along and says, I have my I have my dark times too, and she put the blanket thing out. But when I discovered the boy, oh boy, there went the pills, right there. There goes the Prozac. Boom, don't need that anymore. And a lot of people have said through some pretty dark times, and that they have found a little bit of inspiration and joy in the channel. And I think that I think that what price can you put on that? What value can you put on that? How do you answer somebody like that? Well, I'm just doing what I always do. I mean, is that how you doing, Darla? Is that not the how you doing, Mouse Toes? Is that not the greatest thing that somebody can tell you on YouTube? Is you really helped me um, when things were pretty bleak, and in my lifetime, there wasn't a stretch as bleak as this pandemic situation. And remember, I've gone through. Um, all kinds of trauma in my lifetime, the shooting of Kennedy, the astronauts dying in the capsule, this Apollo 13 almost blowing up in space. I've seen a lot of bad shit. Riots, lived through the riots in Baltimore, and seeing Baltimore City police on horseback literally just splitting people's skulls on the street and stuff. I mean, it's a lot to take in. To get to the point where I've seen a lot of bad shit in life. This is all kinds of things. So, what was that? The screen just glitched for a minute there. Oh my God! Don't cut on me! Don't cut on me! ah, Kids are hooting and hollering out there. I hope nobody's getting beaten out there. Sometimes it's crazy. It is nice to get a compliment, and it's not so much the compliment, but it's just the realization that you can put a smile on somebody's face. I always think of somebody that gets up in the morning and maybe we've had people in this community that have lost loved ones. Okay, yeah, and they've had to go through the shared trauma like I have of losing my father late December of last year. And it's difficult for some people to pull through, and to get themselves righted again. We have Mr. Z who very recently lost his wife of many, many years. And but we know by being around other people, you find that encouragement and you find that shared sense of loss and that hope for tomorrow that comes through. When you know the scene is safe is when the news crews, hey Goldie, thank you for your kindness, sweetie. Goldie sends me interesting clips once in a while to watch. I don't know, the Matrix might be on me. I'm watching and all of a sudden the thing flashes. Craig says, Rosie, I was very fortunate. I saw the beginning of your channel, a lot of almost the renovations before they were taken down. The renovations are still there, but I'm going to bring them together into one consolidated piece there. One of them is very emotional, in probably the darkest period of my life. And doing the shine shack and things like that, but it was a lot of fun. It's hard. It's always hard to lose somebody, and the pandemic made it doubly hard because you couldn't be there. You couldn't have a proper funeral. You couldn't have funeral home visits. You couldn't have anything. Okay, and that was something that we're very unaccustomed. I grew up in Baltimore, where you would, where when somebody died, they would come into your front parlor room, we called it at that time, and change the curtains out on the front of your window there to black curtains. And you would literally have viewings in the home, the original funeral parlors, the parlor room funerals. Well, that was probably pretty good. until the funeral industry got their grips on it, and politicians, and changed that all around. Amanda said, I feel bad when I'm needing help all the time and I fall a person, so I can't get to, but I'm still average on height. That, well, you can't hesitate. Sorry, Brenda, you can't hesitate to ask for help. Um, you got to do that. I remember when Missy Jen, like I said, she didn't conceal it, but she wasn't confident enough in me to reveal that she was pretty much wheelchair bound with multiple sclerosis. And then before I was going to head out, thinking about coming out, she said, I need you to know something. And, we did a Google Hangout or whatever, a private one, and the camera clicks on and there's Jan in a wheelchair. Of course, it didn't make a whit of difference to me, but just seeing the remarkable path of improvement that she made, being brought out here to California and being put under the care of the University of California medical system, and being able to tie into developmental drugs and infusions on the front lines of experimental therapy and stuff. I mean, if that doesn't give you a good feeling, caring for people, caring, loving, being involved in their care, caring of them. I'm happy there's a day that doesn't go by that Jen and I don't communicate every single day. And I love that. The last driver, when I drove by the house, to 8 to 10 refrigerated, yeah, you knew it was bad. Yeah, there you go, off the wrench. Yeah, not a lot of great memories in the pandemic, and I'm not so sure. I'm not ready to close the envelope and seal it on the pandemic yet. So we need to. Viruses are very funny things, and like people, they're prone to change. Okay, so we have to kind of be careful. Yeah, you can imagine going through what India is exactly. Or here, or still afraid. Yeah, I hear you. But helping others out. Believe me. Like I was saying, when Missy Jan and she first came here, and I had to help her shower, and few nights I would end up picking her up off the floor in the middle of the night, or she would just slump down and collapse somewhere and be dickered. We used to laugh about it, but you always want to be there to help. And believe me, it's not a pain in the ass, it's a joy a lot of times. Staff that didn't get vaccinated or getting it, I'm not letting my guard down. Not letting my guard down at all. Yeah, there's off the wrench. Come to Jamaica, man. Come to Jamaica. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm going to be very cautious. I'm going to continue to wear my mask. In California, I believe that that's going to be a given. And a lot of Mexico, masks too, and things like that. Greatest Ever says smart people don't get the vaccine. Well, Greatest Ever, I hate to tell you, then put me in the dumb camp. I got both doses and live to tell about you, but I honor your opinion to get what you want. Yeah, it never hurts to smile and say hello to someone. You never know if that small kind just help that person to keep going. Exactly. That's the way I feel about YouTube. YouTube can cut a couple ways. It can be pity parties, or it can be places of positivity. And I think it's up to the channel holder to decide, did they come on here to be an entertainer, or did they come on to let's say dump on people their problems. There is a difference. Let's see. I'm not getting a needle or shot from a doctor. I'd rather be fired from my poor paying job. Well, Amanda, that's fine. That's perfect goal. Hey, Perfect says I'm in the dumb camp too. I think a lot of us are. So People are nasty. Wear a mask. Yeah, I'm still gonna wear a mask. Hey, Darren, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. I feel like a kid again. Jimmy Carter days 2.0. Man, I didn't vote for him, but I was around. I was of age during that. I believe I voted for Gerald Ford. I think that's the first election that I could vote in. I don't know. Yeah, Chef 2.0. Poor Chef got the shit nailed out of his place with that with those hailstones. My question is, Chef, if you haven't seen his video of the hailstorm, the damage that was done to his property. Chef, didn't you hear that shit hitting the roof, man? I would have been out there gathering up some of those hailstones and freezing them and showing people that stuff. Courtesy waves to let people go. Yeah, I got both doses of Moderna. Actually, I can't believe I actually feel the effects in the alcohol before the beers have gone. I'm from Wisconsin. Is that normal? Yeah, because believe it or not, Wisconsin's one of the heaviest drinking states. Little known factoid. It might be number one per capita in the heaviest consumption of alcohol. I'm going to have to double check that. Yeah, that was a terrible thing that the terrible thing that the chef went through. Hey, Noreen, good to see you. Yeah, it was an awful man. I got no choice but to wear a mask, and I don't get in trouble with the school, and I don't want to be in trouble with the school again. Well, yeah, a lot of us got the Moderna. I couldn't vote unpaid residence tax. Remember when it was $10? Okay. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Cyanide. I hope your recovery comes along. But man, the weather's really been uncharacteristically chilly. Oh, you were in Dallas at the time. Okay, I didn't know that, Chef. I didn't know that. Man, you must have been shocked as hell when you got back and saw that. How you doing, Elmer? Good to see you. Yeah, it's Pfizer, Moderna. Some people have gotten the Johnson and Johnson double dose. Wow, I just saw a black bear roaming in my yard. I'm glad I'm not there. Susie, how you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. I don't need wild animals like chickens and goats and pigs running around. It's a recipe for disaster. Sean, why would you be in trouble with me, Sean? I love you, right? Why would you be in trouble with me, huh? Now, if people don't want to get it, I've said a lot of times about the vaccine, that's a personal choice, right? Ain't nobody can fault you for making your own personal choice. And I've said that since day one, that vaccines are a personal choice. It's going good, naughty boy. We don't look outside at night. there's the post of the day. We don't look outside at night here. I love that. Wow, you hit a black bear with a wow minivan. Whoa. Teresa says I struggled with depression during quarantine. I lost my brother, my dog, I lost a few friends to the virus. Then I found Rosie. Well, you've been a great addition to the channel, Teresa, and a wonderful supporter. Every time I throw on that Nashville sweatshirt, which I will multiple times on this trip, I love it. I have a woodchuck that keeps eating all my blooms in my flower garden. Hey, Nicole, how you doing, sweetheart? Beautiful Nicole, cool Nicole world in the chat. How you doing, honey? There's a big TikTok star right there. She has built something great. Explain paralyzed. This woman who got her second shirt was paralyzed but can wave. I don't know, Queenie. There's going to be a few variants in statistics. Over 1 billion doses have been delivered, and the reported side effects are few and far between, just like they would be with any vaccination. So, oh, well, thank you, Kathy. Says, I love your fireside chats. Yeah, we love you too, Teresa. So, yeah, things are pretty good. Things have been quiet with this copyright thing. Thank God for the first time I had a peaceful week, and even if I have to end up going into court, I just got to do it. But that's feeling good. Hope your doggies are doing well too. Beautiful, cool Nicole world. So she is a star. Just got Pfizer shot. Went why hospital? I don't know. You being a nurse, you saved countless. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've done a lot. Yeah, Teresa's one of the backbones of the chat, as is Quirky Girl. We always notice when Quirky Girl is here. So get the get the vaccine. Don't get the vaccine. Um, I just made a personal choice, and because of the work I do, I was one of the early people to get the first dose that back in January, and I was glad to do so. There's so much in common with people here yet. Oh, bears can be stubborn. I don't want to run into one. That guy freaked me out. That security guard up at the old hospital, abandoned hospital in Santa Rosa, just freaked me out when he's, oh yeah. I saw a mountain lion the other night. It just put a whole new complexion on my journey around that hospital last night. Woo, man! I just tell you, one of the first rules of avoiding mountain lion attacks is do not walk around at dusk or at dark. At dusk or when dawn is breaking. And there I am, right out there. Hi, Patricia. Firehouse in Jersey had free vax. Lines around the block. Okay. Stars of Hollywood. What's going on? So, scary not knowing summer. Yeah, but it's very few and far between. People get strokes on the daily anyway. You know? And we can't say for sure whether they were or were not connected to vaccines. I would have been out of there in a hurry. I'm just saying, Jody, I upped my hustle to get the hell out of there. I was moving double time, and I wasn't real happy there was no way out along that long walk around the back of the facility. But as long as that goat was, I figure a goat's an easier takedown than me up there. Okay, Amanda. Look forward to talking to you again. Looking forward to you too. Please shed more light on quitting job. Susie, just go back and watch the beginning of that stream last night. Boss pulled one of those Office Space things. Rare time I've seen him in the last year. After an ill-fated Zoom call in the morning, which thank God nobody really seemed to notice my small square up there, and he's like, Rosie, yeah, I'm gonna need you to come in Saturday, and yeah, Sunday too. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. I just said I quit. You've already violated the contract, so I don't feel like I have to give notice. Sayonara. And he was blowing up my phone for the rest of the day. I came home and do what anybody would do. I baked bread, right? I baked bread. And eventually we got things hammered out again, and I said, I'm taking off for 10 days or so, so I don't know. Yeah, you've not been terrified till you've been chased by a mean rooster. I just think chickens are just horrendously scary to me, I mean, just being down in Kaz's pen, I'm keeping an eye on this one and on the ducks. So, you got to keep your eyes on a swivel, right? And I'm watching all these crazy ass animals, and and all of a sudden this chicken starts making its way. I'm like, oh man, it's on, right? Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow, Sharon. I'm no rush. First destination is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to really stop in Monterey. One reason I think Monterey is terribly touristy now down there. I've done the Monterey Aquarium various times. If I would do a video on the Monterey Aquarium, nobody would watch it. They wouldn't care about seeing jellyfish just floating, floating around. So I think my first destination is going to be Carmel by the sea. I think that's a place I would like to see. That's a place I would like to see down there. Should make a documentary of the streets of Santa Rosa during quarantine now. People are becoming. Well, Teresa, I'm going to have to. We can't get this place shut down again, barring some horrific variant that comes along. So it's a little too late. I mean, I was out a lot of times, but I'll let my Las Vegas series stand. Um, because when I heard that they're going to be reopening in May into June, I hustled my ass down to Vegas to make sure I could capture that that very last drop of what it's like to see Vegas in darkness. Pretty damn weird. So my student ran events at the Monterey Aquarium. Don't hate me, Angus. I mean, I love it, but um, I got to kind of sort of hustle to get down to LA too. So I want to get. I'm not going to do the 17-mile scenic drive and pay money for that crap, but I'm going to go on to um, Carmel down there and have fun. Great D. Is D in here? Is that my? Let me see. Did I miss somebody here? Double D. I'm not sure. So, will the boss want to let you know if you don't? Will that boss want to let you go if you don't do? No, no. They're not going to let you go. They're not going to let me go. Yeah, you never been to Vegas, but it's kind of weird. Hey Nicole, how you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. I don't know which D. I don't know. Who D Dubs or who are we talking about? D in Florida? Because I haven't blocked anybody, but I'm not seeing it come up on the chat. But I did want to communicate with D Dubs. Okay, well, for some reason I didn't throw them on, but D, I wanted to. I'm not going to be able to see you in this chat. I can't pull that in chat, but I will be. I will be sending you a mess. Oh, okay. Stars of Hollywood. I didn't know. So okay. I guess with these good looks, he got himself a Hollywood contract or something. I don't know. I thought I didn't block anybody. So I don't know. Last I saw, it was, I can't remember what, I would check in once in a while. Carmel's beautiful. The Mission, they have a cemetery. I'll be capturing some, I'm suffering. I'm 34 hours, 40-hour wet fast. I make myself suffer, apparently. How are you? Yeah, really? Sorry. Laguna Beach, see plenty of outdoor art. Interesting people. Yeah, I will. I got your thing, D. So, yeah, let's get squared away and meet up in collab. The stars of Hollywood email. Like that is banned. I don't know. I mean, I still have D's number unless he changed it. So I haven't blocked anybody on anything. So. It's his other channel. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, and I'll check and make sure. There's not a ton of people on the block list in here, so we'll get it checked out. So I don't think it's banned. I don't know. So, um, I got to get caught up because I don't know if he's living in LA now or what the story is down there. So we'll we'll get things straightened out. I'm sure we'll be collaborating, and that'll be awesome. Yeah, good chooches. So we'll have some fun and stuff. So I just got to get caught up. You were in Santa Rosa last night. Okay, well, where are you now? So as much as Dee Dee stops by, we ain't missing a thing. Trust me. Uh, I don't know. I haven't. I followed him when his car. The last video I saw, his car was put up on the Jordan and driven off. So that was the last video I saw on the channel with the problems with the some dope had sideswiped him or something like that. So, um, oh, you left New, yeah, and I was following the coast to coast trip, yeah, LA to New York. You're in LA, okay. Well, anyway, guys, I am excited to be on the road tomorrow. I'm gonna be boondocking. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. I'm going to take a hotel room Thursday night in LA just to get cleaned up and ready to repack to a small bag to go into Mexico. And then Friday, God, I don't want to go in the afternoon. It's horrendous, the traffic getting down there through Irvine and San Diego and all that crap. And then it's into Mexico Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ensenada, we might pop up to Rosarito Beach too up there and check that out. Back to LA on Monday at the hotel, and then Tuesday taking off for home. So, hey Nilla, how are you doing? Good to see you. What's new, Nicole? I'm getting ready to hit the road again, honey. That's what's new. Bake me something. Make me something. Thank you. It's going to be on the Pacific Coast Highway, and Cobra John says the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway, south of San Francisco, is not nearly as well, there's no other way to put it. It's not nearly as ball busting as north. That ride up to Fort Bragg is just absolutely brutal. Which should just be a straight shot on any super highway. It takes 4 times longer negotiating those mean curves and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm going to be safe on the road. I'm not going to be, yeah, that's cool, Catherine. I'm not going to be prettifying up here. It is Mexico after all. I have to build my comfort up down there. I do have things I don't think I'm going to be taking. It's going to be jeans and t-shirt and a jacket. I can't haul a lot. Can't haul a lot of stuff. Kev's only got a Prius, and if Tito goes or something like that, then we're gonna have a pretty full house. So Laguna Beach on your way to, well, I'll check it out. I buzzed past there on turnoffs of I-5 and things down that way. So. But I don't know if I've ever, yeah, I've thought about doing interior trips into Mexico too, but I don't want to solo into that, right? I would solo to Hong Kong, no problem at all, but I wouldn't solo into Mexico. I don't want to end up in the back of thrown in the back of some white van and off into the night, right? If you're going to buy, let me know. I'll be here longer than 2 more days. Yeah, I'm not going to be down till till about Thursday in LA, D, but we'll, I don't know. We'll make something happen pretty soon. Have no fear. We'll make something happen. Yeah, Kev TV. I'm hoping Tito is going to go along because he's a lot of fun. We got the hotels booked out. They're pretty damn cheap down there. So I'm excited about that, right? I do want to go back to Palm Springs again once that gets cheap a little bit, spend a little more time down there. I've been challenged to spend a week in the slabs at Slab City, so we'll see about that. Oh, thank you, Sharon. I will always be careful. I'll always be careful. Good night, Jackie. Thank you. So it's going to be a good. It's going to be a good trip. It's going to be a good time. I'm not particularly, I'm breaking this trip up. Not going to be doing those friggin' 2 lane. I mean, the Pacific Coast Highway is kind of 2 lane, but it kind of smooths out a little bit going south. But I ain't gonna, that freaking Palm Springs to Las Vegas, like really? Whew, 4.5 hours on busted up roads and stuff, and all that crap. It just seemed like I couldn't catch a break. Then heading from Palm Springs down to Neyland and those crappy roads and all that. So cool towns down there, but you stay away from the A-team looking the A-team looking panels. Yeah, he was on Captain Con. Yeah, I'm not. My trips aren't going to be marathon. They're going to be broken into travel segments. Finish this up, want to spend some time, go down with the boss and Janet a night or two down there, hang out. Then I've got jury duty coming up. I still want to fit in this Bolinas, Stinson Beach, and then I got jury duty coming up. And then after jury duty, it might be back to Vegas because Mr. Z's talking about having some type of remembrance ceremony for his deceased wife. So it's going to be a lot of things going on, and then after all of that clears, it's going to be off to up to the west. I haven't been in Idaho before. I haven't been in, depending on the boss and Janet want to go up to the northwest, but I want to go to the Dakotas. I want to go up to Montana. I don't want to visit any national park. I want to check out some of these cities and towns and tell some stories of the West and stuff. Thank you, Susan. I don't think I could ever be comfortable in those, but just have a hard time with how dirty it is. It's, Teresa, the thing with Slab City is, let me see something here. I missed with, you have 27,000 miles on it. Yeah, so I get notifications. Notifications have been going out better, I'm happy to say, because of kind of pre-scheduling these hangouts has seemed to work a little better. So I don't know. Yeah, Idaho. I'm going to pick up my girlfriend, Vicky, and I'm never coming back again. So I want to explore that area there. I feel like I did the Midwest, the Great Lakes van tour before. I'm going to say Buffalo in New York for the fall. I want to see, my friends up there in Buffalo, and I want to, I want to meet Holly up there. I want to meet CJ and hang out with him. So I'm saving that stuff for the fall. Slab all segregation. There is community that comes together and places like the range and at the handlebar there. But the thing about Slab City is once you're there, it's up to you to build the life that you want to build. If you want to live super clean, well, you'll make yourself a super clean site. Now, the wind blows horrifically down there sometimes. You get dust devils that knock over stuff and crap like that. But I would encourage you to look at a place like Rabbitside. They live pretty damn well, and they're pretty damn neat people too down there. and they're just continuously working to improve. But the only thing I can't understand, uh, yeah, I do, Nicole. Just send them on or just pop them to my Gmail there. But the thing I couldn't understand, um, people seem to reach that point of burnout where they don't want to, they think about moving on or just being a part timer in Slab City and all that. The problem with that is it can be a tough adjustment back to, um, let's say, Cause. You've lived in Slab City for 7 years. A shitload of stuff has changed in the world in those 7 years. Um, Rentals, cost of living in towns and cities and things like that. You may come out of there and find it a changed world that's a little hard to adapt to. And I'm putting up a video tomorrow in response to Bob Wells' poll that he took on his channel today about this idea that you're kind of a sucker if you're a person that works for the man, right? You're a sucker if you're a corporate wage slave and you're giving away the best years of your life. Well, I've had it up to here with that crap. you know, as if it's inglorious to be a person that punches a clock or is productive or does something in society. Besides being a nomad, I don't consider that the highest form of developed life on planet Earth. And I kind of clap back in tomorrow's video on that. Because I've seen examples that a man in a can failed miserably, puts the spin on for six years about how great it is to be in a tin can and to not be a ham and egger and a corporate slave. And guess who's in there extolling the virtues of being a corporate man and stuff? Isn't it amazing how the worm turns, So I don't know if there's a graveyard there or not. So I'm saying it's easy for Bob to say, and I've kind of had it up to here. And that movie Nomadland, and there'll be lots of millions of kids that glorify that life and stuff. And, God help us as a society. That's all I can say on that. So I'm just getting tired. I'm just tired of the glorification of that kind of life as opposed to putting a cart before the horse, being productive, being contributing, and then going and doing your thing. Yeah, you may die in the interim, but there's no weight given to the satisfaction that you get from being a contributor, from being, when you get a check, to feel like you've earned something and that you're building towards or sustaining something. Yeah, we're all the parts of the whole equally, So I guess I just, I guess kind of clap back on that, and I think my thumbnails, just in the thumbnails, I guess I'm a sucker or whatever, right? So Nomadland, can we ask for forgiveness for tomorrow? So yeah, thank you, Chef. So I've given a pretty good clap back tomorrow on that because I've lived through that bullshit. I've seen people. You can't find me somebody that sustains for the very long term. I don't care if they're in Slab City. I don't care if they're in a Class A floating around in a really big ass Class A. No, right? No. Sooner or later the wheels come off the cart, and then good luck, Chuck, putting your life back together at that point. Yeah, that's what I say, Teresa. It's so low of humanity to have a work ethic, to want to comfortable, to strive debt free, or to raise another generation and see them properly educated and see them be contributing members of society. It's almost like that. It's almost like that just puts zero value on the efforts and the contribution that you pour into family and education and making sure your kids' teeth are brushed at night before they go to bed, and propping your kids up on the sofa between pillows so you can read a library book to them when they're 1 year old. I mean, it's like uh, not everything is money in life. I understand that, but it just today I just hit my breaking point, and I'm sure it's going to be controversial tomorrow. Um, but I don't care. It's not mean spirited. It's just my opinion about that. Yeah, be a good opinion. You travel and had a home base, exactly. Hey, Ron, glad you're going to address that issue. I've had it up. I've had it up to here with this issue. Um, you can't be a guy that promotes products, and I mean, you're a worker bee too now, whether you admit it or not. And uh, how long do people last at Slab City, right? I mean, you've got that group that I ate dinner with down there. Very nice people, really cool people. The mother rolled in there a few years ago, and she set up a camp so that other people can come in and pay money, have a shower, have Wi-Fi. There's people who are conducting business down there, right? They're doing something. Uh, yeah, I'm not. You're a solo, independent person, D. I understand that you're taking care of your own needs. I'm not putting that in your class because you work, okay? But you're not out there glorifying that as if that's the greatest life. And as Bob Wells was saying, that's was quoted in his discussion of Nomadland. That's the big lie we've all been fed, that somehow our work is meaningful or whatever. So I've just, I've had it with that. I lived that life last year, just shut down. Now I'm booking events again when Trey, exactly, chef, exactly. So we'll see where the chips fall tomorrow. I got nothing against the guy. I followed his channel for years. I've learned a lot, as I say in the video, but this I saw that poll today and I went kind of nutso, because that told me that there's still right thinking people out there that understand what priorities are in life. I don't know. I mean, I don't begrudge anybody, but I'm just saying that would I encourage somebody, a young person, to undertake that life? Maybe up to a point. Take a year off from college. I know a lot of people want to always have the, oh, I'm going to go to Paris for a year and live in Paris and read poetry under a tree on the Seine River. They're eating a baguette and sipping on some wine. That's cool. Get it out of your system. Get it out young, because by the time that year's over, you're going to hightail it back to America and be damn glad. You'll be looking for that job. I don't know, Teresa. I don't have any issue with that, but I'm just saying it's not a life that I would be out there advocating for. Okay, I think it's a life that ends up where we all have the sense enough to start and be and continue in, and that's get educated, get a job, get working, be productive, take your joys where you can, which you will, and then if you survive all that, hit the road or do what you like to do. If you don't survive it, well, at least you have something that you can be proud of, right? And you left your mark. So it is extreme. It is extreme polls. Teresa, I lived in Europe for 2 years. Guess who paid for it? I did. Forced to pride myself in giving back. Well, that's what I'm saying, Jody. And as I say in my video, medical disabilities, people like that, our society has a duty as a civilized society to take care of those people amongst us that are differently able in whatever way. And nobody would ever have an issue with that. Okay? And that's the bottom line. But I get really tired of, I know what's going to happen now as a result of this movie and all the hubbub. A lot of kids that are on social media and stuff like that are a little bored are going to see their ticket to paradise and stuff, and it's It's not going to end well for a lot of people, I can tell you that. So you think you'll visit Europe? I do, Nicole. I do think I'll get over to Europe. I do. Come to Manchester and kick your ass over. Put my foot so far up. Yeah, after 52 years of retirement, it's not, but every penny I've earned, and there's a joy in that, Judy, because look back on your working years at the things you accomplished. If you had a family, if you were able to get them off to a good start, or see them married and have grandkids, and have the joys in life. What price can you put on that? What's the downside? As I say in that video tomorrow, they're not going to make a movie about the average Joe or Jane out there. They're not going to make a cinematic feature of somebody slowly punching the time clock with a nice slow pan close up of that and make all the cinematic about the factory. You know, that's kind of how far afield we've come now, and the things that we think are, that we're all going to be Arlo Guthrie sitting in an open boxcar on a train. I'm riding on the city, whatever. Or Jack Kerouac on the road, or David Henry Thoreau. That's right. I'll be sitting with a good night, D. I'll be sitting with a fork in the hand. I'm busted butt, and I'm still busting butt. And I have to. I have enough to know that if we all get that dangerous thought in our head, I mean, why do you think that countries like the Soviet Union collapsed? Because they knew they could never enforce that so-called equality for all, where we would have a workers' paradise, right? All they ended up doing was stunting creativity, because if you're earning as much as the dumb slob next to you, they can hardly hold a pencil or something. What's the incentive to invent something new, right? What's the incentive to develop a new product and bring it out? Who cares? You're no better. You're no worse than anybody else. You're no better than anybody else, right? You're blunting human initiative. And it's funny how far China advanced in 25 years when they decided to fully embrace capitalism. The system works, folks, whether you want to be a part of it or not. But if we all felt the way some of these people feel, there'd be nobody to deliver that gasoline for your RV. There'd nobody to refine that gasoline for the RV. There'd be nobody to drill for the oil for your RV. There'd be nobody out there with their seismic soundings and readings searching for new oil fields and things like that. Wouldn't be anybody. They wouldn't be educated. They wouldn't care. Okay, there'd be no incentive to do it. So, but work. That's because that's the kind of person you are, Chef. Anybody that sees it was a disastrous year for Chef. Did he ever whine about it? No, but anybody that ever sees Chef knows immediately responsibility, family, and just work the shit through, right? And he just shows that, in Russia, YouTube uploads you. Oh, Roger Brown, I got to take you out for a dinner. I got to take you out to dinner down in Kentucky. God, we would just laugh it up, laugh it off. Boss left you a message. What did he say here? Boss left me a message. I know I've been babbling here. I just get going because I've had this shit for years. Productivity, that's it. Oh, okay. Thank you, Nicole. I always catch all your videos. It's usually I'm driving. I guess I missed the boss's message. I don't know. I could scroll up from now till forever. I don't know, somewhere in there. So yeah, I vent a little bit tomorrow, but in a nice rosy sort of fashion. So take care, D. I go on a nomad journey to find a lobster. Then I'm going home. There we go. Yeah, Roger is funny. He is. Yeah, I'd love to meet Roger Brown and hang out with Roger Brown. He tickles my funny bone, and his wit and his rapier like wit. I kind of enjoy that. I worked 50, have done well, but I worked and paid. Yeah, and Elaine, do you feel better for it or worse for it? I mean, let's just drill down it. I loved my time I spent in Slab City. I knew somebody of significance that I've known for years that treated me with kid gloves, did everything that I asked to do, took me around, played. He said to come take care of him. He took him. I don't know what the hell happened to him. I don't know. I hope nothing happened to him. So, uh, it's nice. He's got something going. He's got a gig going, something like that. But I would ask these people, do you really see yourself as long term down here? Um, yeah, I don't want to say too much because people were very kind to me. So I want to be kind in return. And I don't have anything negative to say about an individual person. But I'll go to a place like the Handlebar, and being kind of an old broad, that's the bar that I did a little video shooting at. And I smile, I'm hanging out, I'm having a good time meeting people, Alaska, the bartender, and I'm just kind of thinking in my mind, I'm just kind of looking around the room at individual people and trying to project forward to 5 years and wondering where they're going to be. And it's kind of a thought, Uh, yeah, I don't know. He said, "Come take care of me." I don't know what the hell that means. So I haven't seen any. I haven't trolls don't come over here really. So no, it's a quarter moon tonight, from what they tell me. They can't do things because under control. Block. Yeah, exactly. So I expect it. Tomorrow will be a little controversial, but we need something to offset. You drank from a red cup. I nearly broke a rib. Did I? Did I? Hey, Jimmy Joe. Did I drink from a red cup? But I'm going to have my peace. Remember, I lived through all the years of people yelling in my ear about how great it is to be on the road, how great it is to be a nomad, how great it is to ditch the sticks and bricks life, and uh, that we're all suckers, ham and eggers, and corporate slaves, and all that crap. But I just always know that things always turn back or get driven back on the road of evolution and things like that. I just don't think few people were able to escape it, but no. Don't forget to check. Oh, I always check those pictures. You can also pop them to my Gmail. As you know, I forget shit. I'm old, so. But I do watch your videos, Nicole, and I do like it when you hold up your pictures of things that you cook. It's astounding, just astounding what you've done. I just looked at the tens. Oh my goodness, chef, that's terrible. Oh, at the bar, I drank from a red cup. Yeah, they just put it out. They just put it out there. That's my hobby, vintage audio here. How are you, Rosie? What happened? Uh, I don't even know what you're talking about, Kukula. Somewhere in that is a great pickup line. When you say, yeah, where can you see us in the next 5 years? Slab City? I don't know. Everything in life has does eventually come down to comfort and convenience. And I don't think anybody. Okay, all right, Nicole. Yeah, just send me a Gmail. Remind me to look at it. You can hear say, "Oh, for fuck's sake, Rosie, you want me to wipe your arse too?" Oh, it's in his area too. It's kind of crazy, but I don't know. A lot of people bail out of there. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I had a great time. I wouldn't mind living there and trying it out. And you can have things the way you want to have it in Slab City. Some people come in with money and give themselves a first class setup, but it kind of defeats the purpose of kind of being there. So I don't know. Yeah, and chef needs to get a like Missy Jen had around Missouri. There, you need to have storm cellars there. Come on, Uncle, get in. Go on down first. I'll be along. Buy a bunker in North Dakota. Yeah. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? North to Alaska. Go north. Do 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 do. I'm looking forward to rolling around North Dakota, telling some insane stories when I get up there. I'm looking for the knocking. I'm not knocking. I think it's a great. Well, thank you, Colette. I've had it for a long time, and it's not just collection. Each of these I've rescued, recovered, and about 3/4 of them are now in operating condition up there from 1958 to about 1981. Heat in Slab City. Tornado shelters. Hey, Nikki C, how are you? Yeah, I enjoy Colette. It's just one of my hobbies that I enjoy. So I don't know. If you feel strongly tomorrow, come in and at least support me on that video tomorrow morning. I know there'll be some blowback, but Jesus God, somebody's got to stand up for. I don't know what you call it. Instead of the nomad life, what would we call? What would we call the counterweight to the nomad life? The traditional life, the traditional, like the nomad life. I don't know what you call it. Yankton. I've never even heard of Yankton, South Dakota, or Somerset has old. That would make a good choo-choo rail. Yeah, Roger Brown. When I come through Kentucky, I'm gonna make it happen. Absolutely 100% going to meet you and hang out with you, sit, and I want to interview you and find out what makes you tick. Only what you're willing to share, only if you choose to. But I happen to think you're a fascinating person and an excellent raconteur. They're selling those bunkers that used to pricey with the swanky inside. Hey, how you doing, Vern? Genome in the house. Slab, yeah, the SMQ. I got the 300V. Judy said, I think Slab City's biggest challenge to me seems like the summer heat. People still die out there, right? They fail to stay hydrated. They fail to keep their electrolytes up. And I'm just going to say it. I don't think the average diet, if you're young, you can get away with it. I don't know. I don't really know enough yet to make an intelligent decision, but I do know enough about the nomad life because I've seen it all since 2015. Okay, and yeah, I just got back from Vegas and recognized a bunch from your church. Unfortunately, not see the kick me in the. You didn't see the kick me in the night, guy. Did they have to get ice? Every day in Slab City they do. At the handlebar boss, they send a guy over to, or gal over to Neyland. They evidently have a Walmart and some stores. It's a really run down town. It's only so much I care to show when shit's really a shambles in Southern California. I mean, how many blown out buildings can you show? I haven't even showed the blown out schoolhouse in Schurz, Nevada, But yeah, you got to bring ice in because people aren't generating enough amperage to run ice makers. Although Kaz has like an ice chest that is solar and runs off battery and all that. Yeah, I think it will aid you. Change Jim Jones. I don't know. Problem is, Chef, I don't want to irritate anybody. I've learned a lot, but I don't like to read. I guess what was really triggering me was I was reading the reviews in Nomadland, and of course Bob Wells pops up in there with some of his interviews and his opinion that if we give away the best years of our lives for job and family, that basically we've been fed a pack of lies, right? We've been fed a lie, and I couldn't disagree more. One man's journey does not a trail make. Okay, think about that. Carve that into stone as a Rosie original. All right. Yeah, Roger Brown, the great intellectual, was 85 in Salt Lake. That would have been nice. All right, off the ranch. Yes, yes. Nealon needs water trucking other than naturally curving riverways. Our water filter could do not one Berkey water filter. I don't know, Teresa. I didn't drill down that much on it. Come the fall or November, December, I'll probably put it in gear. The range is open then, more facilities. I'll be even more welcome because I didn't choose to put a clickbait things on my thing about the filth, the dirt of Slab City. I chose to go in there and see the positive side of people living life. And that's all I think I should do. But apart from videos and cinematography and all that, I think I have a right to have an opinion because I've lived with people that have expressed this sentiment and how great the life is. And almost inevitably, they reach a point where they fold back into the main pathway. So, I choose to live as a nomad, far too spoiled. I don't know, get sicker as a nomad. Bam, it all changed. Yeah, exactly. So, well, that's just my 2 cents worth on that. But you can back me up a little bit tomorrow. I'm going to get a drink real quick. I'll be right back. It's going to be cool to be on the PCH tomorrow. Yeah, Kaz has a nice setup. And Kaz is providing value and he's providing entertainment, and just as Bob Wells is. Whether Bob Wells knows it or not, he is a ham and egger, so. Cupcake single now too. Feeling better, ready to start a new job. And the chances of should be bad. I'm against big just like the negative. Well, good. Hope you weigh in tomorrow because I'm sure that it'll stir up a little bit of a controversy, but I don't care. If the emperor's got no clothes, I can say it. That's the way it goes because I've lived it, and believe it or not, I'm older than Bob Wells is. Okay, so think about that. Jimmy Joe, well, that's Cornelius. I've known her for years. She's kind of in her own world, which is okay. There's no requirement that you ever meet anybody or drop whatever you're doing to hang out with somebody, So that's all. It's exactly what I expected to happen. Having a home to care for a loved one is also wonderful. Exactly. Yeah, congrats on your new job. It's a business, isn't accounting. Well, that's what I'm saying, Teresa. So don't sell me. It almost becomes something out of Russia where right? For all of you, it's communism's equal misery for all. But for us, we have a DACA on the Black Sea. Right? We have chauffeured limousines driving us around, the stretch latkes taking us wherever we need to go. The most beautiful scenic spot on the Black Sea, right? The beautiful beaches of Crimea and Sevastopol, and what a life, right? But for the rest of you slobs, that's where it goes. But I'll tell you how great your life is on the daily, right? Bedouin, the Bedouins, yeah. 20 years ago, I'd get $750 a week per diem to travel, plus a big in. Not now so much. It's all right. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going to say. So, Lee, I hope you weigh in tomorrow. That's exactly the point I'm going to make is your life would be really shitty should we all choose to grab a book of poetry, walk out of our jobs, go find the nearest shade tree, and sit down and start reading poetry. Right? What a world it would be as everything comes to a screeching halt. Oh, that would be a beautiful world, yeah. Till you get tired of wiping your hiney with leaves and gnawing on grass and dandelion salads and, trying to figure how you're going to track down this mountain lion to eat or whatever without being torn to ribbons. No, I'm not afraid to stand up, but I do have a point. I just reached my limit in this whole stuff with nomad land and, find me somebody who's been real long haul doing this stuff, right? Teresa, I think I think it was even before Clockwork Orange. I think those ideas of Blackboard Jungle with Glenn Ford and just a realization, Rebel Without a Cause. These were just reflecting some of the ideas that young people were getting in their heads, but it also helped to institutionalize those ideas. Uh, Books like, sorry, his allergies are destroying me. Books like On the Road with Jack Kerouac, and the Beatniks, and all that kind of stuff. So, no, I didn't watch a Girly Girl. Nope. I know it's a gal loses her job at the gypsum company, and her and her husband town folds up. They got to move on, find a nomad life, and take it from there. So people feel need to order half dozen Blistex things. It's yeah. So what is it? Yeah, I got something to drink here, so. Put my tush on a bucket and get the ring. Teresa, I love you. Caliburn guys said by the middle of June, no more masks. Though if you haven't received the vaccine, would you say that is wise or too soon? I don't know. I guess I got to go by the CDC, but I'm going to continue wearing a mask. Hey, C. Robbins, you're going to see tons of people continuing to wear a mask. Let's see if we can get those thumbs up over 100. Tonight, that would be awesome if you haven't hit the thumbs up. Worst thing about allergies, by the end of the night, they're just cumulative. You suck down so much pollen in your system. I'm hoping the coast is going to be all clear. I'm trying, put a staff factor at the government extending. Yeah, it's a common problem. Trying to get people back to work is definitely a challenge. Ronnie says, sounds great traveling around camping, but the people that fell through the cracks go campgrounds too. So if you have kids, you have to. I'm just, it's just too overwhelming an issue. It's not the equivalent of graduating from college or taking off a year between high school and college to live life for a year. I can understand that. But when you start taking your prime years and just turning them to wanderings, then you may very well be shooting yourself in the foot in the long haul. And I hate to see people do that. Wearing a mask all the time. That's right, Meg Ballard. That's exactly right. You never ate today? South Carolina, Federal, June 30th. We need workers, exactly. Yeah, don't stay home. Um, hey, Cody, but I have noticed that humans are adaptable, but uh, I know, like Cornelius wants to hit the road, and there's, Rabbit's Eye. They want to get out of there. It's just, I think you can only do so much. Yeah, you got to take that Benadryl. Oh, there you go, Chef. I can't pay a kid with little knobs $22 an hour. That's right. God darn, I packed up my Claritin too in my suitcase. I don't feel like hauling that out. Uh, anyway, y'all, it has been an hour and a half. Thank you. Check out the video tomorrow. I'm sure it'll create some stormy seas, but damn it, somebody's got to step back and put on video the thought that being a productive ham and egger is not the worst way to go to bed at night thinking about yourself, is that you're some kind of sucker, or that you swallowed some kind of corporate lie. Thank God one man's path does not make a trail. Anyway, guys, yeah, we're spoiled as hell. I am going to head out now and finish my packing. I'm not going to get away early tomorrow. It doesn't, it's not a long journey. I got about 150 miles or so. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful rest of your night. If you've not, thank you to my wonderful moderators. Mouse Toes, great to see you tonight. Cyanide Cupcake, great to see you. And the wonderful Jody, for all the work that she does. I really appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow. Leah, I hope you jump in there, honey. And if you don't want to put a comment, at least put a thumbs up, because yeah, I think the winds will blow a little bit tomorrow. Anyway, everybody, have an awesome one. Thank you, Patricia, Jody, everybody else, Susie Q. Great to see you. Thanks so much, and see you tomorrow.